Welcome to the Rundown, November 22nd, 2022. You turn this on, Marty Mush is hosting, you turned it right off. I already know the comments, so shut the fuck up. But today is presented by Barstool Store Black Friday sale. We all have a bunch of stuff going on sale. I think there's like 300 new things going in the store. After a great day of football, better food, maybe too much family time, the day gets better with the start of our Black Friday sale. This is also the best. It's like, remember back in the day when Jared didn't do it the first day, and you almost making sure who's tweeting about it and stuff. It's kind of a fun game if you work here to play. But the sale starts at 12 a.m. and goes through Cyber Monday. 300 new items on the Barstool Store, and everything is 20% off. Start and finish your holiday shopping at store.barstoolsports.com. You want to shop here.
Every year they roll out something that I haven't seen before and purchase.
Yeah, 100%.
No joke.
A lot of the golf stuff is awesome. And
We've just gotten better at merch, period.
Yeah.
Way better.
The merch is legit good now.
We don't just put
no more the
sayings on
the
a shirt
flimsy
anymore.
tees. Yeah, real legit merch, like collabs with real companies, real brands, good stuff.
This thing's unbelievable. They also perfect it down to the details of people think we're just tooting our own horn, but
it's a good one. Comfortable.
This is perfect.
It's good.
Big neck.
So go make sure 20% off will start Thursday night. All right, first topic. Monday Night Football in Mexico City. Before we get into it, do you think it's kind of bullshit? That was a Cardinals supposedly home game, but they lose out on a home game, and there was just 49ers fans everywhere.
I think it's part of the business now. The same way with the London games and
I think it's a little
Thanksgiving. I don't think Vikings fans were thrilled that they had a Thursday night game. I know the Jets hosted one early, a couple years. Well, yeah, it was the butt fumble game, and people were outraged, they gave up the tickets for that. I think you just realize at this point, it's part of the business.
I think
they're
cool.
going to tell you, and as soon as you do it, you're not doing it every year. So it's
yeah, I think it's cool that we do it in Mexico City, we do it in London, we did it in Germany this year. It's cool, but it is also a disadvantage to some teams. You'd rather, if you're in the race, you'd rather that home game. But
I will say so, the German game, those fans were nuts.
Oh, they're all
you
nuts.
saw the Bucks game after, they loved it. They had it was a home crowd. They loved it.
49ers last
loved
night,
it.
That crowd was louder than their actual own stadium.
Y ahora pónganse de pie para recibir a sus Cardinals de Arizona.
Probably.
They love George Kittle. Did you see the top 5 rankings of jerseys sold in Mexico
It was a
City?
weird crew.
It was Mac Jones.
Mac Jones was third.
Mac Jones was third. It was Kittle, Josh Allen, and I forget the other two, but it was what is Mac Jones is huge in Mexico City.
it's interesting.
Probably
intro,
I think more just front running fans.
just Patriots.
Yeah, just Patriots are good, jump on the bandwagon.
I
think that's why that's why in America there's so much Dallas fans, so many, you got Jersey Jerry, a Steelers fans, because their parents before them, they were bandwagons. And then you just become a part of it.
I don't like if you go to a game in America and you go to a Jets game and someone's wearing a Ravens jersey when they're not playing them. I always that's kind of stupid. But when you play in Mexico City and all these places, all these guys have every jersey in the world. You got Raiders jerseys on. You got every other type of teams. But the intro was fucking electric.
I think the second generation people get off the hook though.
They know they do.
They weren't.
No,
really,
they didn't make the choice.
They didn't make the choice, so that's the best spot.
That's my best friends are Cowboys fans. I say, I'm your dad was just a front runner. So I'm even their dads.
Yes.
I'm
your shit on their dad.
And one dad's brother was a Giants fan, one a Vikings fan. I'm you one of you just chose it.
Yeah, the people who stick with it. I say it all the time. The people who rooted for Jordan, they got those titles when we were young kids. But since then, they've got fucking nothing. The same with the Cowboys. I actually respect you if you stick with the teams who suck.
No, because I get it. Because I'm a Giants fan because my dad is.
That's
if my dad just I'm from New York and my dad's from if he just happened to be a Raiders fan,
You're gonna be
my dad's my guy.
Yeah.
I'd be a Raiders fan too.
That's why I'm a Duke fan. My grandpa was a Duke fan, motherfucker. This guy, I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Electric.
John
Sutcliffe, is it?
It's Cutcliffe, right?
Oh, Cutcliffe.
Shutcliffe, whatever it is, he is absolutely electric. And I think someone said he should be announcing every opening to a game. He was awesome. And also the Mexico, whatever, national anthem, theirs sounds so much cooler than us.
I
like
think a lot of
no one
national
really sings
anthems.
the national anthem of us anymore. Like they do, but when they were like, it sounded like a real song in the crowd. Everyone was singing
It's
it.
like
and
the
it was
Russian
Well,
national
don't
anthem
more.
too is
Well,
pretty
don't.
electric.
Aren't some of those more like? I could be wrong on this totally. Aren't some of those more like updated than ours?
I think we should update.
Because ours is pretty old, right? I mean,
Maybe.
it's obviously been around a long time.
Let's throw some. I want more of a sing-along song.
Like, put a beat behind it.
Like, let me tell you,
The drums behind it.
The
Put the drums
Rockets
behind it.
part is always electric.
Yeah.
But there's some other places we can have a little bit of upbeat. Yeah, maybe put a little beatbox in.
There's a lot of countries that are better that I don't really even know, but you just hear them at the Olympics and sometimes. Two buddies of mine in college, for some reason, were running shit on the beer pong table and we're playing the Russian national anthem every time they won. It made no sense, but every time I was like, wow,
Is it just a slap?
I don't know what it was. I don't know. It was wild. It was just fucking nuts.
Also, before the game yesterday, pregame, first of all, it's not talked about enough that like this Booger's name is Booger, and no one cares about anything, and it's just like his name. But regardless, he went on to say that Zach Wilson doesn't have accountability because he grew up with money. I mean, I think that's a little big of a stretch.
I like it if he doesn't back down from
It was a blank. I mean,
He backed down already?
He threw a blanket statement on one guy. I mean, it's like not fair to categorize anybody who grew up with money like that. Obviously,
not fair to do that,
but he could say about maybe he thinks it has something to do with him, maybe, which I guess that's kind of the point he was making. Which
I mean, that's just a
could
very
make sense.
big stretch to be like, oh, he had money, so he can't take accountability. I think he didn't take accountability because they lost 10-3, and like he doesn't think that he played that bad. Like I don't think it was because he grew up with fucking money.
This not even to do with Booger more. I just think on the Wilson thing, I thought he came off like a total asshole.
He is an asshole.
I mean, I just think about if you grew up playing any team sports, I don't know how you can like have a game like he did where you were so bad.
Or 3 points.
They had more punts than completions.
Yeah.
You were missing like the easiest throws. You're horrendous. Your defense plays their balls off. Plays their absolute balls off. And you have the balls, no hesitation, no emotion. When they ask you, like, do you think you let your guys down? He's like, nah. Like, what do you mean you didn't let them down?
Look at what BYU
You played
did. Look at what BYU did
for
after
77
him.
yards.
Look at what BYU did.
What do you mean you didn't let him down? You played like
They didn't
shit.
miss him that much when he was in and out of BYU, being injured and stuff like that.
He's the worst quarterback in the NFL.
The ship ran on at BYU, and they're having a.
And then I don't know if you guys have
He's not necessarily like locked in.
I don't know if you guys have seen this. Then all of a sudden, clips going out today about Justin Fields. But after the game, they lose 27-24, where he played through a dislocated shoulder.
Oh God!
He's apologizing to his team.
Yeah, and lost
his
the game.
He's the
No. Yeah, they lost the game. But he gets in the locker room and says, "I let you guys down."
No.
And he played a hell of a lot better than Jack
agree.
Wilson.
It's a different attitude.
And his defense comes through and says, "I got your back. Like we're with
It's
you."
just
Like,
typical Jets. They're like Wilson.
Obviously,
whatever.
I'll use
They're
that.
gonna have to reset. It's like
I'll use Wilson to
to
toot my guy's horn.
with them.
But
They've
look,
never
Wilson's
had a
an
guy.
asshole.
But look at 2 weeks ago too, Josh Allen. He was literally like,
Yeah, he was like,
when your
he was like,
quarterback
I
plays
fucked
like
up.
Shit, it's me,
I
and
fucked
you're
up.
Josh Allen, who's one of the
100%.
best quarterbacks. Wilson is a loser. He just is. He's not the guy. You can't. And this is the worst. If you're a Jets fan, this is the worst spot to be in because you're in a quarterback controversy when you're 6-4. It was 6-3 at the time, and you have Joe Flacco who's about to come in and play better than.
Well, it's just not the guy.
You don't
it's the
want
same thing they've
like
had
the
with
Giants.
Darnold and
it was kind of
they
like
just
us.
waste the
We
top
had
5 draft pick.
Daniel Jones. We don't know if like he's the guy, but now he is our guy. Wilson has never been like.
Now I think the Jets are actually in a worse spot because they're not getting a top 5.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's
Actually,
the worst
won
spot.
too much.
But
Big
at
Cat
the same
made a-
time, you're right. But also, I think knowing that they have so many young defensive pieces as well, like they're close. They're in a weird spot because they're close, but they're far.
What they should have done was
The
throw-
defense is really.
No, but I think
But they're a
that's
quarterback away.
They should have broke
Which finding a quarterback is hard.
I would have gone for Jimmy G.
But the defense is really. See, Jimmy G for them would be a good move.
They
like
never
now.
make the right move.
But that's.
But they couldn't have done that this offseason. Because you got to give Wilson, like you can't just quit on him after like one season.
Yeah, fair enough.
But where
but
I think
mean,
you're wrong.
Very clear he's not the guy.
Now, no, this year I think it's getting clear now. I was never a believer as well, but like whatever we believed in or not, if you spend a number 2 pick on a guy, you can't quit on him after one season.
But where I think you're wrong is like I think Big Cat brought up the point where it was like it was Mitch and the Bears. The Bears defense was incredible.
It's a fair comparison.
Incredible, and it was almost like a waste of the defense because Mitch didn't play well for them, and they kind of lost in the playoffs where they were wasting this Jets defense away with a fucking guy who throws for 77 yards. Like, it's almost like...
It's fair. I guess which I know that Bears defense has some young pieces too. I just think when you have guys that are like I think Sauce Gardner's like legit, like going to be like one of the best corners in the league for a long time, and you have some guys like that around, like Jermaine Johnson and some of these guys on the D line. Like, I just think though, like the defense is still going to be good for a while. Finding the quarterback's hard, but knowing at least that you have like a defense that's going to keep you in every game is massive.
I want to say one more thing before we go to the next topic. Can you maybe look up? I think Dukes tweeted it. It was someone on the Jets liked a tweet about Zach Wilson or something. He had to quote tweet it, being like, "I swear to God, I didn't like this at all." Like, they're the worst liars of all time. Like, you knew you liked it. I think it was like it might have been.
There was a story from a couple of years ago. This just goes to show you how bad the Jets are at drafting. There were like 4 quarterbacks. I think it was whatever year Josh Allen came out. They never even considered Josh Allen on their board. Or they valued him like 4th. And
that was
Josh Allen turns out to have the best fucking.
That was the Baker, Darnold, Allen, Rosen.
They put Allen like 4th on their big board, and go figure he has the best fucking
Duke's tweet.
best year.
Well, yeah, if you could find it, we'll look at it because he was like, these guys just gotta stop liking tweets.
They always do shit like that.
But then they'll be like, oh, I was hacked, or I shouldn't have done that. He might. I don't even know where it is. Fine.
Too far back.
All right. Next topic.
Is Lane leaving?
Lane Kiffin to Auburn. Rumors yesterday. Lane Kiffin plans to leave Ole Miss for Auburn. The reporter from Mississippi tweeted out that Lane Kiffin plans to leave Ole Miss for Auburn. So we're gonna have Mintzy on. Before Mintzy talks, remember he's an Ole Miss fan, and I think he's trying to hold on to his guy. But I want to hear what you have to say.
I have a lot of things to say about this issue. First of all, no one knows this coaching time of year. Every year, all these rumors get sent out by Jimmy Sexton, these agents. And I get it. Everybody's jockeying for money and value. But nobody knows anything. I mean, last year, no one had a clue Brian Kelly was going to LSU in the least. This reporter from Columbus, who apparently Brandon Walker knew, I mean, I've seen people that are a lot more credible journalists make reports like this. I didn't see any big names, any of the big-time college football people that I respect tweeting about this. I believe it's all hearsay. Now, would Lane go to Auburn if they gave him a big offer? Maybe. I don't know that Lane has an offer from Auburn right now, and I think there's a lot of rumors, and people are going to say whatever they want, but, dude, who the hell is John Sokol?
But he said, the one thing he did say, the source said the Tigers haven't officially offered the job yet because you can't officially offer it yet. Like, it's going to take a second. But
you have to accept it first.
The only thing that you have to be a little worried about is like Lane didn't say I'm Ole Miss forever. Like I'm not leaving this place. He was just like I haven't heard anything yet.
So what's ironic is back in 1999, Tommy Tuberville left Ole Miss for Auburn.
I love the 1999.
No, I'm bringing this up because he said, to your point, bringing up. He said I wouldn't leave Ole Miss in a pine box, and then he left for Auburn the next day.
People will leave.
But Lane not denying it, I don't think is a big deal. I mean, he said that's news to me, and I think what's going on, my read is I don't know that he has an official offer from Auburn yet, and that's why he says that's news to me.
Either way, he's in a lose-lose spot because, like, if he is gearing up to win this game, but then leaves Friday, he's a dick. Or leaves, Friday.
It wouldn't be Friday. So the Iron Bowl
it'd be after Auburn's game, I believe, would be when it would happen.
So fast. When Kelly leaving for LSU?
Because they got a game to play still. Like Cadillac's still there.
I got it.
People get over that shit so fast of like coaching changes. Like no one gives a shit.
Oh yeah, they'll get over it fast.
But I just think that honestly though, Mintzy, if you as taking your fan out, who would be the best coach to coach Auburn right now? I think Lane is that guy.
I think so what's going on, man? I don't know what to believe because I'm hearing some like bombshell crazy names behind the scenes too, and you just literally never know in the silly season what to believe. The only thing on Lane that could hurt him in this hiring process has nothing to do with his on the field stuff. He clearly would win at Auburn. He's great brand and all that. You know, he has kind of a wild past. And I don't know if that could go. I don't know if that could be like a thing against him.
Joey Freshwater.
Bring up the tweet of him, the first one where he was reading or whatever from Lane. That one, like his dick is just right there. Like, what are we doing here? Is this his book is on?
Hey, he's focused on the Egg Bowl rivalry week, baby.
He's resting on the tip of his.
Hey, yeah, he's been putting his dick all over the Egg
He's
Bowl
having a
on
lot of
Mississippi
fun with
State.
it, but
It's a lot of fun.
yeah.
Like, he literally did a thirst trap on his job. That's the weirdest
He
thing
slapped on a
I've
pair
ever
of gray
seen.
sweatpants,
Yep.
put that
He
Egg
probably
Bowl book
took
right in his cock.
underwear off just for this. He's like, oh, I gotta make sure I have no
Well,
underwear
hey.
on.
Lane has, it's a metaphor for what he's been doing to Mississippi State the last 3 years. So, in my opinion, because
Always
Lane
fresh
certainly
water.
owned the Egg Bowl. Ole Miss only 2.5-point favorite last year. Remember Brandon? I stole the cowbell, and Brandon said some things that even he regretted and publicly apologized for the next morning, which is. That's saying something. I thought it was pretty funny. So who knows? We got to. How
Can't
lucky,
let the emotions get the best of you this place. That's the
Rico?
one
How
thing I
lucky?
say.
How lucky am I to get to spend every Thanksgiving night with Brandon Walker? I'm the most blessed guy there is.
There's nothing better than Brandon Walker having a family and then he has to go see Thanksgiving with fucking Mintzy.
Yeah, but it's fine.
Wait, watching
Thanksgiving's
State lose
over
their
at
Egg Bowl.
9 a.m.
Anyone that eats on Thanksgiving before 12 o'clock, you're an insane person. Like,
Go down that.
before 12 is outrageous.
Nuts. It's when you eat lunch.
You're
Still got
like
apps.
when your mom's cooking something, like you're stealing the apps when she's
Listen,
cooking.
if you're doing Thanksgiving Eve right, you're waking up at 10:30 on fucking
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving Eve was always a big party night. The
best.
Wednesday night
biggest.
Thanksgiving.
One of the biggest.
Well, check out
There's
the
nothing
dog
better
walk.
when you were in college and then you
Everybody's home.
want to see like who's a real fuck up from high school right after that. Like see what everyone's doing, and everyone's like bragging about their school, and no one actually really cares.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Oh,
thank y'all.
CBS tweeted the news and then deleted it. I love that. All right, topic three huge soccer guys sitting here. United States tied Wales.
3 hours tie. What is
And, but today, Saudi Arabia beating Argentina, even I know that is fucking outrageous. What was the odds?
I read they were 18-1 to win.
Did you see the video of the Saudi Arabia guys celebrating and the one guy kind of sitting there quiet? I think he took Argentina.
He bet Argentina.
Unbelievable. Dave put it up.
Sick couldn't believe
it's
it.
so obvious, but
I kind of love
I mean, it goes
that.
back to the when we were in Philly and everyone was going nuts for Wisconsin, and I quietly sat there because I had Colgate. Like I was just
like-
fact. Everyone was celebrating. I wasn't really
This is
celebrating.
so
I
funny.
had Colgate.
Dude, when they just panned to him, we're at like the very
Yeah.
end. He's just sitting there, everyone's celebrating, going nuts.
Yeah,
Guys
they
took the
took the
door
door off.
Wow, there's just one guy. Wait for it. Yep, that guy.
He's doing like
Bet on Argentina.
He's like, I'm trying to like smile for my friends, but I just lost a shit.
I just lost my.
Oh, yeah.
I just lost the rent money.
He laid the wood.
Yeah, he's like, I bet minus 1,800.
Friday will be.
He
a
bet
crazy-
Argentina like -3.
Friday will be a
Lost
crazy
outright.
stream with.
Yeah, Friday, England, USA. I mean, Tank will be there. The England guys are just fucking
The troops.
crazy.
Troops.
It's weird
expressions.
because like I mean I don't really care one way or the other. I want it to end as fast as possible. But you want to root for your country, but like I don't want to go against troops. Troops, the guy you don't want to go against.
They think they're gonna be us. They think they're gonna be us. They think they're gonna be us, blood. Yo, fucking brother, butch me.
I
He's
think
fucking mean.
with the World Cup being now, this is probably one of the best times ever in sports has been around. Like World Cup, college basketball, college football.
rivalry,
Adding
college
this
football,
in, you
feast
know what it
week.
reminds me of a little bit of like
NFL.
2020 when things were out of fucking whack.
Yeah.
And you had like
All the championships were like-
shit overlapping in the right
Yeah.
spots. Yeah, it was like
And I also like that I don't really know much what's going on in the World Cup, but I feel like there's so much just like shady shit going on with Qatar and just like the refs and everything, which is if you want to make soccer interesting, that is what I'm all in for because that's just unreal. And Donnie's there. which is also crazy.
He lives in interesting.
Was PFT supposed to go? And
He's
not?
leaving.
Yeah, he's
going?
going today.
He's going
tonight.
today.
He's
Like
flying there tonight.
being a guitarist.
That's a hilarious long-lived golf.
Like, it is crazy. Donnie just doesn't belong in America. He thrives in weird-ass places.
He might be the most interesting person here.
Yeah. All right, next topic. Yeah, go check out Donnie, all his content there. Next topic is a fucking loser, Alek Manoah, calling Garrett Cole the worst cheater in baseball history. He went on Serge Ibaka's cooking show, which is actually kind of good. I've watched it. It's kind of good. I didn't think Serge Ibaka. I'd be watching Serge Ibaka cook, but
I got a lot of slack for following people for recipes. I think I'm kind of backed into a corner. I think I might release my Snickers pie recipe tonight, TikTok video.
wow.
I think I kind of have to.
You do a Snickers pie?
Very big of you.
You
Snickers
cook
pie,
on Tuesday?
pizza bombs.
You cook Tuesday for Thursday?
No, but I'm
All
doing
right.
it for the people.
All right. So he went on Serge Ibaka saying Manoah answered Garrett Cole. He put a lot of sticky stuff on the ball to make his pitches better and got called out for it.
I mean, he wasn't the only one guy.
Yeah, it's tough to do.
Wasn't
was
the
a lot
only
of
one.
them.
Also, you're Alek Manoah. Like, no one cares.
Unless it's guys signing, it's tough to get gassed up for baseball stories in November.
See,
Well,
it's
just
annoying
an
though
easy
because
person to.
I
know it's
like-
your team. I get
it's
it.
annoying because I love the guy who talks shit, but why is he talking shit about my guy?
Yeah, it's
Like
such-
talk about someone else's guy.
Yeah,
but
and
it's
then I'd
also-
love it.
I got
Dude,
it.
it's
Because I thought
also-
Manoah, when he was on the All-Star stream, he was electric.
Yeah.
When he was like just pitching like with mic'd up, like I thought he was great.
Yeah.
But it's just like, who gives a fuck? I mean, everyone uses spider tack. Like, you literally looked at anyone. It's just that Garrett Cole was the best. And he doesn't use spider tack, and he's still one of the best pitchers in the world. Who gives a fuck? I think it's a weird time to do that, but I think also Manoah knows how much play that was going to get.
Oh no, he knows.
Like, he's not an idiot.
He knows. Because I saw he was even when it started getting like all the traction on Twitter, he was just like quotes and just laughing.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
he knew exactly what he was doing.
And
when
you
he
know
did
what
it.
though? Weirdly, as a Yankee fan, like, I hate him. I don't like him at all. But I also do like the Blue Jays getting in the mix of a little rivalry with the Yankees. Yeah, Vladdy.
Well, no,
too.
it's great. Well, it's kind of
Like,
great
Vladdy,
because
we
they
dummied
Well, the Blue
Vladdy and
Jays
them.
love to get gassed up for people, and like they haven't done dick yet.
nothing.
We
They've done
dummy them
absolutely. They've done
every
nothing.
year. Like, they.
And another team who's, I mean, it hurt me because they did beat the Mets, but like, and the Padres got to the CS this year, correct?
Yeah.
All right, fine. So they finally cracked through.
They've
that.
done
For a
something.
while, the Padres were frauds too, being like best team on paper, and they never did dick either. So it's like,
So yeah, topic 5: Antonio Brown posting fake Giselle nudes on his Snap story. I mean,
I didn't see the pictures.
Antonio Brown.
We
just-
talking like real?
Yeah.
Like, we're talking like nudes or like.
They're fake nudes. You
it's
can find the pictures. They
Photoshop.
got deleted pretty quick, but I've seen.
Yeah, he
censored
deleted
ones
them. I
if you
think it's
search
just a
them.
stupid, like, dude, what do you? I think he's just grasping at straws now, trying to do anything he
I
can.
think like doing
losing his
crying
mind.
emojis if the Bucks lose a game is one thing. Doing this shit is kind of like,
Also, it's
are we
weird.
crossing
Like,
into like criminal territory? Like he's a fucking wacko.
it's a little weird. Like supposedly Tom Brady helped let him.
They
live
stayed
in
in his house?
Like,
Okay.
he's just losing his mind. Yeah, they blocked it out. Like he's just losing his mind.
What do you see
and-
on Drewski does like on his live thing? You see he had like a hilarious exchange with Antonio Brown because Antonio Brown's trying to be like a rapper now, and he's like,
I will say Antonio Brown's this move is
they
unbelievable.
put that shit on. It's like and then
Good one.
there,
Yeah,
there
that
it
one,
is.
yeah, this one.
Yeah, it's so funny. Drewski, he's like, when you go back to the league, he goes, I'm in my own league. He's like, you don't get it, do you? He's like, you know you was wrong. Apologize to Tom. He's like,
Put that
Put
shit
that
on.
shit
Scat.
on.
Put that shit on.
Put that shit on.
No, I got that shit on full time. No
That
days
shit
off.
on.
That shit on.
Put that shit on. Hey.
What they
hey,
do, just scared.
hey. You don't get it yet, do you, AB?
Yeah. Now I'm in my own league.
You said what? Go apologize to Tom, man. You know you was wrong.
so funny.
Hysterical.
So
But
funny.
Antonio Brown's just losing it. I mean, even some guy. Remember when he sold those watches? He sold fake watches to somebody.
Who?
Antonio Brown. So
Oh,
he
yeah.
sold fake watches. Guy paid him over 2 years. He paid him over $300,000 of fake watches, and it was like worth $200, I think. And guy went on. He's like, yeah, he just like is a bad person. He just didn't answer me like.
The maniac.
He's just lost his mind.
Yeah, no,
It's
he's
sad
off
to
the
see
rails.
because he was literally like.
He was the best
electric
receiver in the league
receiver.
for like a 4 or 5 year stretch. He was like
Ever?
no doubt the best.
Yeah, and then I mean he's just
Like putting together a legitimate Hall of Fame career,
yeah,
like in the works.
I mean, just a loser move what he's doing. He just give it a rest for a second, guy. But that's the rundown. We got a couple after show things to talk about. Again, Black Friday sale on Barstool Store, 20% off Friday through Monday. Let's clap it up for year 10.
You're Will Compton,
Year 10.
playoff Willie,
Will Compton.
Falcons.
Fucking guts.
Let me
because
ask you
the
a question.
Falcons absolutely gagged away the division with those 2 games that they lost to the Chargers in Carolina. They'd be in the driver's seat right now.
Let me ask you a question. I love Will. I worked out with Will last year. He's got it. I know there's a reason why he's going to year 10. 10 years in the NFL is unheard of these days.
Big
That
time.
helps you too, like playing. Well, he said playing 10 years, but like pension and shit like that.
So
Especially an undrafted guy too. That's a
Do you
that's a
think-
big deal. Yeah.
yeah, the
10
reason
years
why
undrafted is a big
he
deal.
got signed. Obviously, he has skill. Half because of all the social media he does and all the presence he has on. Like they're like year 10, like they're seeing all this shit. Do you think it has to do with a little bit?
Ultimately, I think it may have gotten him in the room, but he's.
I know his skill is there.
I actually don't think it's that. I think it's more him. He's just like a good teammate. He's just a guy I think you want in the locker room.
100%, but that's also with social media. You know how, like, you see how much he comes across. How people love him. Like, I think that helps get him in the room with that. And, like, yeah, he's a great teammate. Like, he's going to be great there. I think him and the Falcons is awesome. And let me tell you, this is how every NFL player should be, is just don't play the first half. Play 10 weeks in, play 11 weeks in. Like Gronk should do this for the rest of his career. Is he should come like Gronk should come back week 13.
Who wants a pass catching tight end for the playoff stretch?
Yeah.
And like
I'll sign December 1st.
You never have to play for a bad team again. You're always going to play for a contender, and your body's going to be okay. Like it really is a great strategy. Will has figured it out, but congrats to
People
Will.
saying LeBron should have done that a while back, like just 1 year deals, different spots, whatever. You know.
He was doing not different spots. He was doing 1 year deals for a little until the money like went up with the whatever.
Second after show, so Dana, happy birthday, Dana. It's his birthday today, 30th
Happy birthday, Dana.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Like
Cincinnati,
so Dana did a whole thing, what school I want, whatever. He went on it. It came down to South Carolina, Texas Tech, Michigan State, and Cincinnati. He went with Cincinnati. A lot of people were like, that's the last one on the one you should go to. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think this is first of all, whoever gives him the most attention, he was going to pick. That's just how Dana is. They gave him a lot of attention in Cincinnati, and they loved him. Second, it's almost like the Mississippi State to Brandon thing, where it's like so many famous people are at Michigan State. No one's going to care about Dana. Cincinnati, people are going to care about him. And they are going to the Big 12?
Yeah, they are. They're going
moving to the Big 12, so they're going to be in the Power 5 conference. It's not the worst pick. It's just that I would rather pick South Carolina, just the state over.
I thought South Carolina was the right play. The weather's great. I've visited there. The tailgate scene is incredible.
Yeah.
They have this bar scene. It's called 5 Points, where kind of all their bars are. It's really, really awesome. And just like the Gamecocks.
Yeah.
And you're kind of getting it's like they're decent at both. Where I think you're getting it at like a ground floor. Like you don't want to be the guy that jumps on, which all 4 of these teams kind of same spottish. Besides maybe Michigan State basketball, but no one's gonna call you like a front runner. Like you're not going to like Ohio State or like Bama or like someone like that. You're going to where like if say all of a sudden they get good in a few years, you were in early enough where no one could say you just jumped on the bandwagon.
In both sports, like football, basketball,
they're decent.
They're not going to be the top ever. But
I think it sucks with football though because they literally just
you missed the
What was
one.
the fourth?
year.
They
Michigan
just
State,
beat
Cincinnati.
Texas Tech.
and Texas Tech. I thought they wouldn't be bad either, but it's hard to Lubbock's hard to get to.
That's literally
I thought Gamecocks was like the perfect.
But my favorite
mix of everything,
thing
but-
about all of this is that Dana now is getting like confused at why people are mad at him, even though he just fucking milked every school for merch, the best access, everything, and then didn't pick him. He's wondering why these schools are
And then
mad
picked
at
the
him.
smallest school.
And he's picked the smallest school, and it's like he's like, why? It's not that serious. You literally just made it serious and did that, but that's why Dana is
I
the
think
best.
people who are invested in it like life will go on if he's not a fan.
But dude, people are crazy. But think about it. People were recruiting him in a way of like sending him hats, sending him merch, sending him this. People get invested. He got invested. That's why I think Dana's the best, because he doesn't realize he just had everyone love him to only one school loving him now instead of everyone else.
Life.
But hey, he picked Cincinnati, so be on the lookout for what he has to do with that. Pac-Man Jones versus Bobby Lang is happening December 9th. We have December 9th, like star-studded lineup. There's gonna be I could give you a teaser. There's gonna be a lot of famous people there.
Oh yeah.
Like real famous people.
Oh yeah.
How do you know about that?
Because I know. What, you know about it?
I don't.
I could tell you guys after, but everyone should be on the lookout for it. It's also
To me, like, how dare you know what I know?
No, I just meant like, where is this?
And I'm breaking your balls. I don't even know. I just went along with it.
You don't know?
No, I have no idea.
All right, well, I'll tell you.
Yeah, no, I know a little bit, but.
All right. Bosco doesn't like to not be in the
He
know.
hates it.
Like,
Hates it.
yeah. Overs Club, Barstool Sports Book, opt in, bet the big gobble. It's just something cool to be a part of.
It's
I don't care
great.
if you think it's cheesy. I don't think we care at all. It's cool to be like, when we see people out with the big gobble or like one of the Overs Club jackets, like, oh shit,
Love
you know
it.
what? That's this game. I like that we do specific games and you remember that.
And I like, too, for this one, that, like, it's an all-day event. Like, you're never out of it till, like, the final buzzer last game.
Yeah.
And this one's not bad, too. It's pretty much like this. Like, obviously, you have to make it a little different, like, than the exact sum. But this one, it pretty much is. The first game's going to be a shootout, I think, with Detroit and the Bills.
Yep.
Like, you had some big points. I think Dallas Giants can score some points as well.
Well, Giants can't score any less than they did last week, fucking idiots.
So last Thanksgiving,
Giants.
what do you guys? How is your viewing experience on Thanksgiving with the games? Because like 4:30 Giants, we're all Giants fans. That's primetime dinner.
That's going to change things for my family.
Me too, I think.
We might eat a little. So we usually we'll more tend to even eat later. That might make us eat a little earlier, because my family's usually gonna sit down like right around when the Dallas game starts. But my family's definitely a football family, so they're very respectful. When I'm sitting down for like 10 minutes, I'm getting antsy. I bet either Dallas or against Dallas, and I'm checking my phone.
You got any uncles or any cousins that are just like, they're always telling you about their bets, but you don't really care?
No, not really,
That's
to be
good.
honest.
I don't either,
It's really just
but-
me, my dad, and my grandpa, and we all just bet. Usually they'll bet what I bet for the most part.
Yeah.
So we're usually pretty in sync.
A good strategy.
It's not too bad.
That's good. Yeah,
no, I think-
family fights. You don't
Yeah.
need family fights over gambling.
Yeah, we don't really have that too much.
I'm just immediate family, but where the table's there's too many of us now, and the table's too little to fit all of us, so we'll go extend it, and it'll extend into the living room. So I'll make sure I'm on a spot.
You guys
with the
still
TV.
have-
I'm also bringing over the Apple TV to split for my dad, too, because like I'll be like, all right.
You
we'll
jerk
get-
off to.
I love it.
quads,
Well, think of it. I mean, you
quad
need
box.
4. You need 4 going. Need it.
Last thing, do you guys still have a kids table?
We don't do a big enough gatherings.
Yeah, not anymore.
I'm like kind of still.
We can't go places because
Fucking
so many
crazy.
people.
28 years old, still kind of at it. All right, well, that is the rundown. Happy Thanksgiving. Go Barstool Store, 20% off. Best merch, 300
Big
new,
gobble.
300 new items. The big gobble. So much stuff happening. Stream Friday. There's a stream Thursday.
Stream Saturday noon.
Every day.
Me and Dave, Big Cat will be there. Casey, Brandon, everybody will be there. College football.
Go make sure you watch us. Thank you guys. See ya.
Ohio State's gonna smash Michigan.